Hello everyone, my name is Yoav Waxman and I'm a professor of economics at Coastal Carolina University. And in this tutorial, I'm going to talk about open educational resources, what they are, where to find them, and how to adapt them in your class. Open educational resources are resources such as textbook, videos, and other media that you can find and use for free on the internet. The advantage of using OER in your classes is that they are affordable, they're free, and we know how much students end up paying for college, so it's nice not to have to pay also for a textbook. They are accessible, students can access these resources before and after the class, but typically with a textbook, the students either rent a textbook or they sell it back at the end of the course, so they don't have access to the textbook after the course is done. And finally, these material are adaptable, so you can take an OER textbook and just use individual chapters, and in some cases, even edit these chapters. So let's begin with one of my favorite resources, and that's openstax.org, spelled open, S-T-A-X. And openstax.org has a variety of subjects, so let's look at all of them. They include math, sciences, social sciences, humanities, businesses, and other success courses. And if you click on one of these categories like sciences, we can see that there are textbooks for foundation courses in astronomy, biology, microbiology, chemistry, and physics. So this website does not include a lot of upper level courses, but it does include most of the foundation courses in college. If you select any of these textbooks, for example, you selected biology, you can have the textbook in a variety of content. You can view it online. You can download it as an app, so students can use their mobile device to view the book, or you can download it as a PDF document. As an economist, I downloaded the macroeconomics book. So I have the full textbook right over here, and this is what it looks like. As you can see, it's got a cover, it's got a table of content, and chapters have a lot of visuals, so it really looks like a regular textbook. But since OER resource are also adaptable, what I can do is just use the chapters that I need, and I can do it by pressing Control-P, which will open the print function. Instead of printing to my printer, I can print to a PDF. And then I can select specific pages by selecting a page range. And all the way at the bottom left, let's say chapter 1 is from page 3 to page 54. I'm just going to put that range and press print. And once I do that, I'm just going to get a PDF document of that specific chapter. And that's in fact what I did earlier. So you can see from this box over here, I have chapter 1, 2, 3, 6, and so on. So these are the chapters that I need specific for my class. And if you look at my class on Moodle, so I'm going to open Moodle for a second, and I'm going to select my macroeconomics class. I've added these chapters, and if the students go to lesson 1, for example, they just have access to chapter 1. And in lesson 2, they have access to chapter 2. But to make it accessible to all students, including those who are visually impaired, I also have a link to OpenStax where students can get their book in its different forms. If you're unable to find the book that you're looking for in OpenStax, you can widen your search by going to Merlot.org, which is a database for OER resources. And you can click on Browse here on the top left, and you can browse for material. And then you can write whatever you need. So I also teach environmental economics, and I couldn't find a textbook for that in OpenStax. So I'm going to click on Search, and that's going to bring out a bunch of OER resources, and many of these are not going to be textbook, so it's important to note what you're looking at. For example, right over here, this is actually a course. And we also have videos, an infographic, and a bunch of other OER resources. So what I want to do is I want to narrow my search, and I can do it by looking just at textbooks. And if I go down on the left-hand side, I can just zoom on textbooks and then click on this box right over here on the left, and that's going to narrow my search just for textbook. And what I find out is there are no textbook in environmental economics, but there are textbook in environmental science. So now I can either use this book and maybe supplement it by using my own videos or written material, or I can find other OER resources like videos, articles, or other type of media. A third and final place to look for OER resources is YouTube, which is where you find a lot of different videos. And I don't know if you realize it, but let's say we look at sustainability. You can click on a search, and then you can refine that search by looking at a filter. So if you look up here in the top left corner, right over here, you have a filter, and you can click on that. And then when you want the option, it's just to look for Creative Commons resources, which are resources that are available for you to incorporate in your class free of charge and without fear of prosecution. So when you go back to your class, you can take a given section, you can turn editing on, which is the sprocket wheel at the top right, and then you can go to the bottom of that section and add an activity or resource, and then you can choose to add a URL, which is a hyperlink. And then all you have to do is pick the resource that the video you're looking at, copy the address, name it, paste the link to the video. You can add description over here if you wanted to, but just make sure to click on appearance and choose to open a new window. Otherwise, the video may open inside a frame in your class, and then save and display. And that's a great way for you to display videos or other type of media in your course. So in this tutorial, we learned where to find OER material. I looked at 3 websites, openstack.org, Merlot.org, and YouTube. And there are, of course, many other websites, but this is a great place to start, these 3 websites. If you have any questions or comments, just add them to the bottom comment section. And also, I have a course you can take that will teach you how to use all these tools, and that's also available in the comment section.